Hey everybody, welcome back to the PubTriviaExperience. My name is Chris, and everyone knows what this sound means. We are here to drink some beer and play some trivia, and we've got a small little show for you tonight. I am joined by one of my best friends in the entire world, Mr. Mike Mott. Mike, my friend, how you doing? What you drinking?
Chris, I'm doing great. Happy to be here. I'm laughing because you and I have apparently switched bodies for the evening, or at least switched palettes, because you're drinking a beer and I am drinking some high quality bourbon. This is the 1792 small batch. I'm finishing up the bottle that I had before we went to the bourbon trail, and then I'll eventually get to pop open the bottle that I bought on the bourbon trail.
Yeah, which bottle did you buy? Did you end up going back to the
From 1792, the only one they really had was the small batch. So I bought another one just for grins, because it was still cheaper there than in Alabama, because liquor is way more expensive here. And then we didn't end up going back anywhere, so because everything was closed on Sunday.
I was thought you try to go back to Evan Williams and buy that private bottle, but
yeah, we thought about it, but they didn't open until 1, and we kind of wanted to get back home.
I don't blame you.
No, that was a fun trip though.
So speaking of fun trips, on my aforementioned long-ass vacation, aforementioned meaning a previous episode, we were up in Vermont, and Vermont is famous for their beer and their ciders. I couldn't find any ciders, but I did come home with a sampler pack from a distillery. There you go. See? Bourbon on the brain. A brewery called Shed Brewery. Shed is out of Vermont. I just don't know where in Vermont it's from. It is in Middlebury, Vermont. Okay. This is their mountain ale. It's a rugged brown ale, 7.4% ABV, 35 IBUs, and it's actually decent ABV count for an ale, but let's try it. Oh, that's dangerous.
That sounds really good.
I like my ale. I didn't even know this was a brown ale. I do like my ale, so this is that's actually really good. I'm glad I have 2 of these.
You're right. That is high ABV for a brown ale.
Ugh, man, it's been you and I, you know what's going on, but it's been a freaking week.
And it's only Wednesday, but hey, it's hump day.
Oh my Lord. So for our listeners at home, because I'm going to tell you this and I've got a point. We went out with some friends to lunch on Saturday. We did not bring my daughter. We dropped our daughter off with my sister, who is vaccinated. Unfortunately, breakthroughs happen, and my little sister has since tested positive for COVID. She is okay so far. We're not out of the woods yet. But because of that, me, my wife, and my daughter now have to quarantine for 10 days because we can't drop the baby off at daycare. I take that back. Me and my daughter have to quarantine for 10 days, but because my wife has a job that's not as in-person centric, it's not like she's a guidance counselor in a high school or anything. 2 of us have to quarantine for 10 days, and one of us apparently might have to go back to work. We'll see. But yeah, it's just me, Paige, Leah for like the next week and a half. Just we can't go anywhere. So this is fun.
Oh yeah.
But Mike.
Well, I'm hoping to make you feel better by kicking your ass in some trivia. So.
Oh my Lord. Trash talking already. So we are back. And we decided to, I'm a glutton for punishment. We decided to go back to the genus edition of Trivial Pursuit. But we are not making the same mistakes we made last time. No. We are doing a standard Trivial Pursuit game, except you have to close out each category once. So, Mike, tell our listeners what categories we have tonight.
So, since this is the genus edition, we have geography, entertainment, history, arts and literature, science and nature, and sports and leisure.
All right, Mike, being that you won last time, I will let you pick first. Which category would you like?
Ooh, let us begin with history.
Beginning with history. Here we go. What was stormed by 1,500 state troopers and sheriff's deputies on September 13th, 1971?
What was stormed? September 13th, 1971. That's 1,500? Holy crap. And it was state troopers, so it's stateside. It's not something that was happening in like Vietnam or anything. I have a feeling I'm going to kick myself when I hear this one. But I'm not sure that I know it. Let's see if I can get there, though. Yeah, I'm not coming up with a whole heck of a lot. September 13th, 1971. Man, I got nothing. And 1,500 states. I just can't believe it was that many. Was it maybe a Indian reservation or something like that?
Native American?
I was almost about to correct myself. I'm sorry. Man, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get there. I don't know if it was like, I don't know if they ever stormed like the Manson compound or something like that. It'd be about that time, and I think that was a little earlier. But that's what I'll say. It's around that time, so I'll just say the Manson compound, Manson family farm, or whatever the heck it was.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad guess. Unfortunately, you kind of had the inkling that it wasn't right. It was actually the Attica State Prison in New York. It's a maximum security prison.
Yeah.
So that actually, I'm looking it up right now because I've heard of it, but I never actually researched it. It resulted in 43 deaths. 33 were convicts, and 10 either correctional officers or civilian employees.
Yep.
And after that, that's where they housed David Berkowitz for a little bit of time.
Son of Sam.
All right, Mike, I'm going to go with shocking geography.
Geography. All right. This is actually somewhat thematically appropriate. What country produces Carlsberg, Tuborg, and Wibro beer? I might be pronouncing that last one incorrectly.
Can you spell that last one?
Wiibroe. It might be like Vibre or something like that.
And spell Carlsberg for me. Is it what I think it is?
It's C-A-R-L-S-B-E-R-G. C-A-R-L.
Okay. Give me those three one more time.
Sure. Carlsberg, Tuborg, and Vibre or Vibre.
It's kind of leading me towards like, oh my God, I'm going to sound so stupid. So it's like Central European or Northern European. Actually, it almost sounds Scandinavian to an extent. Carlsberg. The only thing that's in my head right now is the Swedish chef. Yeah, Sweden. Sure. We'll go with Sweden.
Christopher, you were in the right neck of the woods. You were so close. It's Denmark.
Okay.
But you had it right. Scandinavian countries. That was good thinking.
I heard Carlsberg, and I was originally in Germany. I'm like, no, Borg. The other one sounds further. I went too far north. That's on me. All right, Mike, what are we going with?
What a great question. I'm going to do arts and literature this time.
Okay. I will try and pronounce this right, but there's a word here. It's a proper noun that I'm probably going to butcher because I don't have the brains.
Well, you just heard me try and pronounce that beer, so.
What children's tale contains the line, "Come, cinder slut, and hold this skein of wool for me"? Cinderslut. Probably cinder slut. And hold
what children's tale?
Correct.
I mean, Cinderslut kind of sounds like Cinderella. Is that what I want to go with? Because I thought Cinderella was a French. And that definitely does not sound French, but it also could just be the pronunciation. Also, Cinder Slut just seems like a horrible thing to call Cinderella, even for her stepmother. And it's skein of wool. Of wool?
A skein of wool.
A skein of wool. Come Cinder Slut and Cinder Sloot and hold this skein of wool for me. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Cinderella. I don't know if I'm gonna come up with anything else.
Cinderella is a correct answer. Nicely
Woohoo.
done. It was literal. It said Cinder, SLUT. I am not good with pronunciations, so that one kind of played itself out.
All right, yeah.
Mike. We didn't determine this. Does that mean you get to go again?
Oh, if memory serves, last time we started off that way and then kind of forgot halfway through and stopped. I am fine either way, whatever you want to do.
Let's just go back and forth. That's just
that's more ordinary. And plus, if I start really running the table, I just feel bad for you. So.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm concerned with. Not the fact that we're going to be drinking and doing this, and this could be 3 hours later with us trying to figure it out.
This is true. These are tough questions.
I'm going back to geography.
Oh, he's sticking with his bread and butter. Your geography question is: where does the Rialto Bridge span the Grand Canal?
The Grand Canal?
Where does the Rialto Bridge span the Grand Canal?
Rialto, I'm assuming, is spelled the way it sounds.
Rialto, yes. Maybe Rialto.
The Grand Canal. I mean, so I'm thinking of the major canals that I know, and there's the Suez Canal, there's the Panama Canal. I think those are the two that kind of come to mind. Rialto doesn't really sound like it's in the area around the Middle East, so I guess I'm just going to say the Panama Canal. But I can't remember when that was finished, and I'm feeling really dumb right now. It was finished obviously before this question, but I'm trying to think of, like, because the U.S. controlled it for a while, and I don't know when the U.S. turned leadership or ownership of the canal over to Panama. Yeah, Panama. I'm just leaving it at that. Well,
if it helps, Chris, I've actually walked across this bridge and I still forgot until I saw the answer. I was like, oh yeah, that was the name of that bridge, wasn't it? The correct answer is Venice.
Ah, okay.
Venice, Italy.
Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
Mike trying to take a bigger lead. What are we going with, sir?
All right. Let's go sports and leisure.
Sports and leisure. Mike, what's a young female racehorse called?
A young female racehorse? Man, I'm not good with racehorses or racing in general. Should have done a Churchill Downs tour while I was up in Louisville. A young female racehorse. I mean, a young horse just in general is called a foal. So, I mean, a mare is older female horse. Not necessarily racehorse, just female horse in general. A marionette. No. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I'm just gonna say a foal because it's at least a name for a young horse.
Oh, unfortunately not correct. You're gonna kick yourself when you hear this, I think. They're called a filly.
Damn it. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick myself. Shoot.
All right. You're only up by one. I kept the lead to one. Let's Lord, let's go with sports and leisure. Why not?
Might have been a good time to do geography, but oh well. Chris, speaking of racehorses and horse racing, what color were 14 of the first 15? Let me start over.
It's the bourbon.
Yep. Chris, speaking of horse racing, that's not part of the card, obviously. What color were 14 of the 15 jockeys in the first Kentucky Derby?
Okay, this sounds weird. When you say what color, are we referring to what color the outfit they wore or what color was their skin?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, Lord. The only two that brings like three colors to mind, right? They're not going to be purple.
You never know. Kentucky's a weird place.
It is. And it's either going to be black, brown, or white, I would assume. It's 1 out of 3. I think of jockeys wearing white pants, so I'm going to go white.
I don't know if they were going skin color or not, but I would assume they probably are because the correct answer is black.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of like equestrian sports, and I just remember like they all wear those white pants with the boots, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird question, and it does call to mind that this game is 40 years old, and
right.
I don't think you would necessarily put that question in a Trivial Pursuit game.
Archer is somewhere yelling phrasing,
right? Oh, sorry, folks. I'm just reading the card.
All right, Mike, I'm grabbing a new card for you. What are we going with?
You know what, Chris? We're going with geography because I'm feeling crazy and or stupid.
We are going with geography. This is a good one for you. What U.S. city was named for a British prime minister?
Ooh. I'm going to just says U.S. city, not capital city, right?
What U.S. city was named for a British prime minister?
I'm going to guess Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is correct.
Woohoo!
That one you get.
Pitt the Elder. Lord Palmerston. Sorry, that's a really, really obscure Simpsons reference.
It's all right. So, Mike, you have already finished off geography and arts and literature, and I am moving back to geography. Why not?
I was going to say, if anybody had any money on Chris finishing out geography before, yeah, I would have put the same money, so... Chris, I'm going to ask you to bear in mind that this very well might not no longer. This is
He's
really
winning,
good
folks.
bourbon.
This son of a bitch is winning right now.
Yeah.
I'm popping another beer.
This very well might not be the case anymore. Just bear this in mind. This is as of 1981 when this game came out, and when I came out. What city is home to the Mayo Clinic?
Oh God, I'm trying to think if that's American or not. I don't even know if that's American. Oh my God. I was literally just on the Mayo Clinic the other day checking COVID symptoms for babies because I didn't know how worried to be. Oh my Lord. And so for some reason, the two cities that come to mind are freaking for some reason, Switzerland and Los Angeles. And I don't know why that is. And if I go in the middle there, I'm somewhere either in New York or like Virginia.
Chris, I don't know if this helps, but I did do a quick search and confirm that this is in fact still the headquarters of the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah, so the Mayo Clinic. I feel so dumb right now because this is something I should totally 100% know.
No, you really shouldn't. Sorry.
So I'm leaning away from the U.S. for some reason. I'm moving back over to Europe. And, like, for some reason, I'm in Switzerland, and I don't know why. It makes no sense. They're not... This is going to be in a place, I would assume, where there's major advances in medicine. Maybe not. Maybe it's in England then. Maybe it is in England. Yeah, screw it. We'll go London.
London is an incorrect answer.
Shocked, I tell you.
No, it's not a bad guess.
Uh-huh.
But the Mayo Clinic is headquartered in the thriving metropolis that we all know and love of Rochester, Minnesota.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clearly, the Mayo Clinic put them on the map, with apologies to any of our listeners who might happen to be residents of Rochester, Minnesota, but is not a place that I have actually ever heard of. So
the only listeners we have from Rochester are in New York.
Well, that's fair, but We
All right,
do
Mike.
love our Minnesotans, though.
Yes, very, very good small Coca-Colas. We are good.
All right. I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to try entertainment.
What was John Wayne's last movie?
Oh, no. Oh, shoot. I used to know this. Oh, crud. I'm not gonna pull it. I already know I'm not gonna pull it. But I should know this. Because he was basically practically at death's door when he was filming it. And I don't remember it. It wasn't his last movie, but it was towards the end of his career. So I'll just guess Rooster Cogburn, but that's not it.
Unfortunately not. It is called The Shootist.
The Shootist. Yep. As soon as you said it, it would ring a bell. That's it. Yep.
Yep. I had no idea. So my guess would have been True Grit, obviously.
I actually knew it was the something, or I was pretty sure it was the something, but I would never have gotten there.
Right, damn it, I'm getting a geography question right. Let's go.
All right then. Chris, as you know, geography is literally just bodies of water.
Yes.
What is the largest lake in South America?
No. I think the only lake in South America I can name is Lake Titicaca.
Why do we sing of its fame? Lake Titicaca. Oh, Lake
That might not even
Titicaca.
be in South America, but I'm almost positive it is. I'm going to go Lake Titicaca. I don't have a better answer.
Chris, honestly, my guess would have been Lake Titicaca too, because it's the only lake I can name.
Is
in
it Lake
South
Victoria?
America. No, unfortunately, no. It is Lake Maracaibo.
Okay, yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Don't care. Not remembering that. It might be
Yeah.
Lake Titicaca now. It's been 40 years.
Yeah, that is actually a true statement. Lake Titicaca, of course, there between Bolivia and Peru. I know that from the Animaniacs. Thank you very much.
There you go. Mike, what are we going with?
Oh, yeah, I got to make that decision. The one category I have not tried yet is science and nature, so I guess we'll go there.
All right, Mike. Someone's going to have to explain to me how this is a science or nature question. What is a male witch called?
I think it's a warlock, isn't it?
It is a warlock, yes.
How is that? How is that a science? And I have no idea. I will take it, but I have no idea how that's a science and nature.
I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah. You sure you read Science and Nature?
I did read Science and Nature.
All right.
Believe me, I double-checked when I read it because I'm like, well, this is too easy.
Right.
Give me an excuse to skip this question.
Chris, what you want?
One I can get right. We'll just read the answers, read the questions, and give me one I can get right.
All right.
I can't lose this game without getting geography, so let's go back to geography.
Chris, this one might actually be a good one for you.
Shit.
I didn't mean to jinx you. I apologize. What European city is considered the center of world banking and finance?
You always hear about the Swiss bank accounts. I work in finance. I work at a bank. Oh my God. Like, I should legitimately know this answer. I should know this. My God, I should know this. So I'm in Switzerland, and I'm just trying to think like what city in Switzerland it would be. Zurich is the one that comes to mind. And I don't think I'm going to get a better answer than that. Yeah, Zurich. Zurich.
Oh, Chris. Zurich is a correct answer. Well done.
Thank God.
Once you got to Switzerland, I was pretty sure you'd get there.
Well, there's just I was like, okay, like I'm sitting there going, okay, no, it's not where the super collider is.
Right.
It's not. Was that no, I can't. I mentioned it just 2 seconds ago. What was it? It's CERN. No, CERN.
Where, is it Bern? Is that where the super collider is? Bern?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, whatever. Zurich is. I'm taking my win there.
Take it.
And go. What are you going with, Mikey?
All right. So, Chris, you have geography, and I have arts and literature and sports and leisure. Is that correct?
And
science
geography.
and nature. Oh, I don't have sports and leisure. I have arts and
Nope.
literature, science and nature, and geography. You're right.
Yes.
I am going to go back to history where I started at.
Here's your history question. Who told a Senate committee Billy Carter is not a buffoon, a boob, or a wacko?
Who told a Senate committee Billy Carter is not a buffoon, a boob, or a wacko? I mean, okay, so I'm fairly certain the Billy Carter in question is Jimmy Carter's brother. So offhand, I think I'm just gonna guess Jimmy Carter. I don't know who else it would be. I don't know who else would. I don't really know why he would have been called before a. Wait. Or is it Billy Carter? Because I don't know if the president of the United States would have been called. I mean, maybe. I mean, it's not unusual or not unheard of, I should say, for a president to be called before a Senate committee, but it could have actually been Billy Carter. Speaking in the third person. Can I just say Carter and then you ask me to be more specific and then I make the decision later? My first instinct was Jimmy Carter, so I'm going to stick with that. And if it's Billy Carter, then oh well. Or I'm completely wrong.
The correct answer is Willie Nelson.
Oh shit!
It's not Willie Nelson.
That could have been.
It could have been. They got high on the roof of the White House. No, it was Billy Carter, though.
It was Billy Carter. Yeah. Okay.
No, but he's the one that got high on the roof of the White House was Willie Nelson, right?
Yeah, that's the rumor. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I think Willie Nelson himself confirmed it, but yeah, that's a classic Trivial Pursuit thing where they ask you like who's and like the person's name is in the question and should have known better. All right, Chris, you have knocked out geography, so you can breathe a little easier. Where are you heading?
Going back to geography, Mike. I feel good about it. No, you know what? Let's go to sports and leisure.
Oh. How many bulls are killed in a formal bullfight?
I don't know what a formal bullfight means. Like I think I read Death in the Afternoon a long time ago.
Yeah.
That Hemingway was really big into bullfighting. But like in my head, this is going to sound terrible, but like in my head, bullfighting, all my knowledge of bullfighting comes from like 60s cartoons where it's a Hispanic man in tight pants waving a red cape and the bull gets really mad and runs at him and he flips it out of the way and goes, ha 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 ha.
Toro, toro, toro.
Yes. And that's my knowledge of bullfighting. I did not know there's more than one event, and this question makes it sound like, oh, there's a bottle kill.
Yep, that's a bottle kill. The 1792 is gone.
I'm just going to say one. That's my guess. There's no way to logic there. I don't know enough about or anything about the subject.
No, you're right. There's really not. My guesses would have probably been either 0 or 1, just because those tend to be kind of reasonable numbers that you could maybe hazard to guess. But the correct answer, unfortunately, is 6.
Hold on. Does this mean this sport has like a minimum? Like 6 bulls have to die before this game is over?
I may be. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, you've at least read Death in the Afternoon. I read. There's a little bit of bullfighting in For Whom the Bell Tolls, if memory serves. But
it's a great song.
It's a great. Oh, I literally
really
chose
would hear that
book.
on a Metallica album though about bullfighting, but you know, here and there.
Well, it's actually really funny because I selected that book for my summer reading in high school specifically because of the Metallica song. And it turned out that it's really based on just one chapter in the book, but there's a chapter in the book that I would say 3/4 of the lyrics of that song appear verbatim in that chapter.
Really? Okay.
It's one character making their last stand trying to hold a hill. You know, for a hill men would kill, why they do not know. Like, and that's literally the entire chapter is just his inner monologue while he's trying to hold.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's also where the Hemingway line, "The world is a fine place and worth the fighting for," comes from. Is that same chapter.
Hemingway was drunk, though.
Hemingway always said, write drunk, edit sober.
It's probably
good advice.
That's how I podcast. That's exactly how I podcast.
That's right.
Podcast drunk, edit sober.
That's right. So
I lost track of whose turn it is.
Yeah, it's my turn. Let's see. I've got history, entertainment, and sports and leisure to go. I'm going to go to entertainment.
Here you go. What Hoofer, Hoffer, danced with a mouse in the film Anchors Away?
That would be Gene Kelly.
Yeah, Gene Kelly. Nicely done. Mike crosses off another
What did
one.
they call him?
Hoofer, Hooffer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, never heard that term before.
Yeah, me neither. I guess it's like a slang term for dancer or something like that.
Maybe it's a type of dance. I don't know. Mike, you've got 2 categories left. I've got 5. I'm getting my ass kicked tonight. All right.
Sorry, Chris.
No, I'm used to it. I knew what I was getting into when I signed on, so I grabbed 2 beers instead of 1.
All right, what you want to go with? You've got geography.
I've got
done
everything
and
but
the rest
geography left.
You'd actually get the geography question this time. So,
let's go to history. I'll give it a shot.
Okay, I won't say anything. Chris, your history question. How many transatlantic trips did the Titanic make before sinking?
0. Well,
and
hold on. Where was it assembled? It crashed and burned on its maiden voyage, so can I say half?
You can say whatever you want. I'll tell you whether it's correct or not.
It was the maiden voyage, but maybe it was assembled in the U.S. and then moved over to Great Britain to be shipped back. I don't know. I'm going to say 0 because it crashed on its maiden voyage.
Chris, the correct answer is 0. Jeez.
I'm overthinking this shit now.
You are way overthinking this. Maybe, what if it made several transatlantic trips in parts?
What if the steam engine came from Philadelphia? Part of it did.
That's right. If the whole is equal to the sum of its parts, and its parts came from it.
This is what it's like in my head. For those of you that don't know, this is what it's like in my head to be so full of self-doubt and loathing that I can't think of knowing that the Titanic crashed on its maiden voyage, still can't mutter out the correct damn answer because I am so full of my own damn thoughts. I can't get that out. I'm done.
Oh, Chris, no. I mean, you said it right away, and then you started second-guessing yourself.
Yeah. All right, Mike, what are we going with? You need history and sports and leisure, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. I think I'm going to go sports and leisure.
All right, here we go. Mike, what did second baseman Bill... Oh, my God. His last name is Wambsganss. Wamgnass? What did second baseman Bill W. do all by himself in a 1920 World Series game?
I don't know this for a fact, but the only thing that I can think of that is particularly notable that a baseball player does by themselves, because it's not like hit a home run or something like that. The only thing notable I can think of that a baseball player does by himself that might be even more notable because this might be the only time it's happened in a World Series game, I'm going to say he turned a triple play, an unassisted triple play.
Yeah, I gave you the credit before I finished, before you even started talking. Yeah, it's an unassisted triple play. Nicely done. And with that being said, I'm going to sports and leisure. Let's hope for 2 good, easy ones in a row.
All right. Maybe. Chris, your sports and leisure question is, what was the first major league to feature wild card playoff teams?
I don't understand the question.
I'll add a word to clarify it a little bit.
Thank you.
What was the first major sports league to feature wild card playoff teams?
Okay, thank you.
Because I had a feeling that was where your confusion was.
So baseball didn't introduce the wild card, I don't believe, till later, because I know up until the early 90s, I believe it was just 2 divisions. I don't know that basketball calls theirs the wild card. NHL, I feel really confident they don't call them wild cards. The only 2 leagues I know that use the term wild card are the NFL and Major League Baseball. Yeah, I think I've got to go with the major sports league will be the... Oh, God. Did they have before the Super Bowl? Oh my Lord, I'm overthinking this again. I'm going with the NFL. I'm done. NFL.
Well, Chris, the correct answer is the National Football League. Well done.
Thank
well
God.
done. Major League Baseball, the first wild card year, was actually supposed to be 1994. Got cut short by the strike.
And it also cost the Montreal Expos a World Series.
And a baseball team, really. Because if they'd made the World Series, I'll bet you they wouldn't have moved to Washington.
Also, at this point, we can pretty much say it might have cost us our next 400 hitter, too. Tony Gwynn was on a tear that year.
Gwynn was, I think he finished that year at 394, something like that. He was right up there because other than that, I think Tony Gwynn was early 390s. And other than that, I think the closest anyone's come since Williams was George Brett with 390.
So that sounds right.
Yeah.
All right. So that gives me 3 correct answers and you have 5. I'll take that. Mike, what are we going with?
Well, you know what I'll take? If I had to have one category remaining, I'm kind of happy it's history.
Mike, here's your history question. Who was the victim of the first murder seen live on television?
Ooh, sweet merciful crap. This is a dark question. The first murder seen live on television. Wow. Honestly don't know. I mean, was it like Kennedy? I mean, was it something like that? I can't imagine there would have been very many murders seen live on television prior to that. I don't know. Or could it have been Jack Ruby? Or not Jack Ruby, but Lee Harvey Oswald when Jack Ruby shot him. Because that was definitely broadcast live on television. I mean, obviously, I think the Kennedy motorcade probably would have been too. But I don't know that it would necessarily have been captured. I'm going to say John F. Kennedy.
That's twice you had the right answer and talked yourself out of it. It was Lee Harvey Oswald.
Damn it.
Yeah, there's definitely footage of Kennedy getting shot, but the one live on television was Jack Ruby with Lee Harvey Oswald.
Got it. Yep.
Oh, man.
And I was sitting there because from a modern standpoint, even though it came much later, the Zapruder film just looms so large.
So
damn it.
To put this into context with how I have a propensity for saying wrong shit. I read the answer in my head. I did not read Lee Harvey Oswald. I read John Wilkes Booth, and I had to stop myself from saying that. That would have been a colossal mistake, almost of psycho proportions. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to go to sports and... No, I already got sports and leisure. Let's go to entertainment.
Entertainment. Chris, I just wanted to say good luck. We're all counting on you. What 1971... It's nothing to do with airplanes, sorry.
That was the producers, but okay.
Oh.
Sorry. I was singing the opening night song from the producers when they're actually going to the premiere of Springtime for Hitler. It's bad luck to say good luck on opening night.
That's right.
Sorry.
Chris, what? No, you're good. What? Springtime. No, okay. What 1971 film featured the characters Benji, Ossie, and Hermie?
Okay, I'm going to write those names down. Can you give those one more time? Benji,
Benjie, if spelling matters to you.
Mm-hmm.
Ossie, which is Oscy. It might be Oski. And Hermie, Hermie.
But could those be the names of what's his name's friends from Clockwork Orange? Yeah, for some reason my head's going to Kubrick. I can't think of why.
I will actually tell you this, Chris. Literally, when I read the question, because that film, I'm pretty sure, did come out in 1971, it was the first thing I thought of as well. It's not the correct answer.
Damn it!
I'll help you out there.
Well, I was sitting there going, okay, that's around that time,
but I'm just laughing because we both thought the exact same thing. First of all, was that Alex's 3 friends?
I can't.
Those were his 3 droogs.
Yeah, I can't think of another movie that came out in 71. Clockwork Orange was like the one thing that I had. Oh man. Everything else I'm thinking I just don't know 70s films that well. Okay, so Benji, Ossie, OSCY, and Hermie. Oh my lord. That's way too late. No, it's not that. Clockwork Orange is my best freaking guess right now. But you're telling me it's not right, so I got to come up with something else because you wouldn't lie or deceive me, right, Mike?
No, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have given you that.
No, because I would have locked that in rather quickly. Otherwise, now people get to sit here and listen to me say a lot. Okay, let's put myself in that time frame. Who else is operating at that point? And now Rosemary's Baby's in my head, and that's not that. I don't have a better answer though. Rosemary's Baby is the best. No, there's not. No, because that's not what the plot of that movie's about. It has nothing to do with that movie at all. Like Saturday Night Fever, for some reason, coming to my head. That's later. Carrie is later. Like I'm coming into like these because my knowledge of movies from that time is going to be horror related because I watched a lot of horror movies in college. So like Carrie is later. Rosemary's Baby is earlier. Argento Suspiria, I believe, is later. But they do kind of all end in vowel sounds. So maybe an Italian director makes sense. Yeah, sure, we'll go Suspiria. Why not?
That's a reasonable guess. Chris, do you happen to know what won Best Picture in 1971?
I do not, but you're going to tell me.
The French Connection, but that's not the answer. I just had to look it up because I was curious.
I was not bad. 77 was Suspiria, so I was in the right decade.
No, you were. Yeah, I was thinking that was around that time. Huh. The Last Picture Show came out in 1971. I'm sorry, I'm getting way off the rails here. If you've ever heard of the movie Summer of 42, please collect your prize. That is the answer.
Not me. All right. Mike, you still need history. Sorry. I've got 5 cards rotating, so I want to make sure I get one that we haven't already done.
Oh, I'm just pulling out of the front and dropping them in the back. So.
Oh, that's right. You don't reuse your cards. You just pull one card and go.
Oh, always, yeah. That's.
Sorry.
I mean, it's how I was raised.
I've got just plethoras of cards here. All right,
Mike.
You're
good.
How did Socrates commit suicide?
Was he the one that took hemlock? I'm going to say he was the one that took hemlock.
He was the one that took hemlock. Nicely done.
Boom.
And Mike, that means that you have closed that out, and I get to pick your next category, and I've just recycled all my cards, so.
Good. Recycling is good.
All right. Yeah, I'm going back to entertainment just because I feel like I've got a moderately decent chance there. Although, judging by your face, I'm going to move away from entertainment. You're shaking your head yes.
I'll explain. You might, we'll see. You're going entertainment. Who was Howdy Doody's twin brother?
Oh, his last name is Doody. Isn't it? Can I just say Doody? Like,
I'm going to need you to be more specific.
Then he couldn't shop at the airport. Well, if you go to the airport, you might be able to get him for a really, really good price.
Hi-oh.
Low-hanging fruit is my specialty.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something like Saudi Duty or something like that. It's stupid. It's a stupid name. It's not like Fred Duty or Martha Duty. It's like, oh, if I say it, you're gonna make me spell it. And I can't spell it. Saudi Duty.
Saudi Duty?
Not Saudi.
I know. Oh, Chris!
I can't pronounce his. I can't think of his first name. It's obviously Duty, but I can't think of what his first damn name is.
I wasn't sure if I had told you this story before, but this is the reason that I started laughing, and I'm gonna just bear with me for a minute. As a family, growing up, we used to play not a lot of Trivial Pursuit, but a decent amount of Trivial Pursuit, and we played a game one time when my aunt and uncle were visiting in town, and it was just when I was just old enough. I was 14 or 15, And so I had just finally reached the age where I was allowed to join the adults in their Trivial Pursuit game. And I cannot believe we found this card, because this exact question came up. So it was this exact card because it was this game. And they went around for forever. And then finally my uncle just goes, I don't know, Double Duty.
Yes, I've heard that story.
And it was the correct answer, and it was for a pie piece, and we still tell that story because it was so funny. Oh man. But yes, I wasn't sure if you had heard that story before. That was why I started laughing, because I never would have thought that card would have come around again. So that's incredible.
No, you've told that story on this show before, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that is correct. Yeah. So for listeners that have heard that before, I'm sorry for repeating myself, but
Sorry, Mike,
I legitimately cannot believe that card just came up. I took a picture of it. I'm going to send it to my mother. She's gonna
That's awesome.
Laugh her head off.
Double Duty. I'm so mad at myself. I've heard that story. I never would have pulled it. All right, Mike, you've closed out every category. I'm going right into the belly of the beast here.
Bring it.
I'm going to give you a question from arts and literature. Here we go.
I thought for sure I was getting geography. All right, hit me.
Oh, now, really glad I didn't give you geography on this card.
Wise man.
Oh, God, arts and literature is gettable, too. What peg-legged pirate had a parrot named Captain Kidd?
I'm going to guess Long John Silver.
That is a correct answer. Mike, you have bested me yet again, my friend. Can I read you the geography question to see if I chose poorly?
Sure.
All right. Where is Nelson's monument?
Where is Nelson's monument?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Nelson? I guess,
Oh, they're very hyper-specific. Okay. They want to know exactly where in that city it is. I knew it was in a city. I didn't know where it was in that city.
I don't even know. I don't even know what city. Honestly, I'm drawing a blank.
It's in London.
Oh, okay.
But they want to know exactly where in London it is.
I gotcha. Trafalgar Square. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Which who's Nelson?
I have no idea. That's just random trivia I've picked up.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, we haven't actually played it yet. We'll play it at some point, but it's a tourism trivia game that I have back there. And it's one of the questions on like the very top question on that deck that we'll use.
Gotcha. Cool.
All right. Let's go through a couple more here real quick, Mike. What two Asian countries went to war on July 7th, 1937?
July 7th, 1937? Japan and China?
That is correct. What is the only one of the seven dwarfs without a beard? I'm assuming this is going off of the Disney
Dopey.
movie. Dopey is correct.
Well, yeah, they didn't have names before Disney gave them to them.
What common ailment can't you catch at the North Pole?
COVID. No, I'm sorry. What common ailment can't you catch at the North Pole?
Correct.
I don't know. Chicken pox.
I have no idea if that's accurate or not. They have the common cold on here.
Oh, I mean,
it's funny because it's the North Pole.
it kind of like that was actually popped into my head because of the irony of it. But is that literally the only ailment? Like, why can't you? Whatever. Okay.
No, don't go there.
Right.
Last question for you. What sport did the Homestead Grays and the Kansas City Monarchs play?
Baseball. Those were Negro League teams.
They were Negro League teams. I feel better now because you would have gotten at least 5 out of the 6 questions on that card right. And the other one, if you thought about it, you probably would have given me a correct answer. You wouldn't have just spouted off chicken box.
That's probably true. But the one man I wouldn't have gotten was geography. So.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Chris, you want to try? You want to give one more shot at each category you had left?
I'll give it a shot. I'm not going to get any right, but go ahead. Let's do it.
All right. You never know. Your entertainment question. What actress was the pretty baby on the ivory snow box at the age of 11 months?
I know what those words mean. Shirley Temple.
Decent guess. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields.
Yeah, I could not even wager a time period with the clues in that question.
No, I know it didn't give you much.
Did you know that
Here's
one?
one. I had no idea. I don't think
Okay.
I would have gotten there either. Chris, you want to close out history?
Sure. I already
What
second guessed Titanic, so let's do it again.
Yeah. Well, you did. Was the Titanic a history question? Did you close that out already?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, I didn't think. I thought you'd only done geography and sports and leisure, but you'll like this one too. What 4 presidential likenesses are carved in Mount Rushmore?
Oh God, Washington, Adams, Jefferson, and Madison. Oh, sorry, those are in order. Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and TR.
That's correct. What your arts and literature question?
Hold on. How is that a Trivial Pursuit question?
I know.
Was
that's
that not
actually
known in 1981? Like, is that hard of a question? I don't if I'm playing Trivial Pursuit in 1981, I am mad when that question comes up and I look at the difficulty of these other questions.
I got science and nature off of Warlock, man. What do you want?
That's true. There wasn't a high degree of scrutiny in these questions. Like, we have to come up with like 7,000 questions, guys. Just fucking right.
Clearly. Chris, your arts and literature question. What Spanish and English writers died on the same day, April 23rd, 1616?
Oh, God.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
I can't even think of the Spanish guy that wrote the book.
Yeah.
I know
who
the
you're
book.
talking about,
It's Don Quixote. Who wrote the damn book?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah,
That's
that's absolutely right. Who wrote the book? That's the Spanish author.
I know it is. The English author doesn't matter. I can't get the Spanish author. 1600s, Shakespeare, and no, obviously not Shakespeare. Sorry, that wasn't even a funny joke. Okay, so now I'm going through Something Rotten the musical and thinking of the people they're naming as part of the Renaissance. No, because in Something Rotten the musical, I'm assuming this musical is somewhat historically accurate. They leave London at the end and go to the U.S. and go to New York and start Broadway. That's the end of the musical, ladies and gentlemen, when Shakespeare runs them out of London. I don't know. Kipling is 1800s. It's not Kipling, but Thomas More, and I can't think of the guy that wrote Don Quixote. I'm sorry. You know his name.
Okay, honestly, if you had said the guy that wrote Don Quixote and the correct British author, I would have given it to you. You did say the correct British author, and then you said that you were joking. It is absolutely William Shakespeare.
Oh, God, I thought he was 1500s. Okay, I'm way
He
off.
was, but he died in the 1600s. And then Miguel de Cervantes.
Yeah, that's it.
Author of Don Quixote. Ironically, the one of those two that I didn't get when I made my guess in my head was William Shakespeare. So I was like, well, Spanish author of that time period has got to be Cervantes.
I started going through like the authors. Thomas Middleton, Thomas More. Thomas More sounds right. Let's go with that.
Right. No, it's not bad. It's the time period's about right. All right. And your science and nature question. What was introduced commercially by Bayer AG of Leverkusen, Germany in 1899?
It's got to be aspirin.
It absolutely is aspirin.
Did not know they were from Germany.
I did not either. And you did get sports and leisure earlier, right?
Yes. I don't remember what the question was. It was not the bullfighting one.
You'd have gotten this one too. How many points are awarded for a safety touch in football?
Dos
is correcto. So it's very interesting sometimes when you hit a card and there seems to be a bunch of questions that you know.
Hey, 40 years later, we can't complain. Mike, I had a good time tonight. Did you?
Always, man. Dude, I can just sit here like reading Trivial Pursuit cards. Like, I love it.
I took my ass kicking like a man. I'm good with that.
You really did.
It's fine. I'm used to losing to you. It's fine. You're on a hell of a winning streak right now, by the way.
It's been a very long time since I've had a one-on-one with Steven, so we probably need to fix that and cut me down a couple pegs.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're getting a little too big for your britches. A little too big for your britches.
I've never been too big for my britches in my entire life.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the Pub Trivia Experience and all the content that we bring you, a couple things you can do. One, check out our sister podcast, Boozy Bracketology. If you have not listened to that before, we literally take anything, put it into a 64 seed bracket, and then argue it out until we crown ourselves a champion. The month of August that we just wrapped up is going to be the most dominant athlete of all time, or since post 1980, not of all time, but in our lifetimes. September, we're bringing you the worst comic book movie. It is our 1-year anniversary over at Boozy Bracketology, and that is the first official bracket we did for that podcast. And then in October, we're bringing you the best female-fronted horror movie ever made, and we're going to be joined by a couple of our favorites. Isabel Drake from a previous PubTriviaExperience episode is going to be on there, along with a couple of the women from the Dead Girls Talking podcast. That's going to be a fun time.
Oh, yeah. Nikki's hosting that. I think she's excited.
Nikki is hosting that, and I'm sure she's excited, although I was thinking about it, and there's a movie that did not make the list because I don't want to watch that movie ever again.
Yeah.
It's called Lake Moog. It is the most depressing movie you can watch. No, we're not going to go there. But listen, if you're enjoying the show and you want to contribute and just kind of get some of that sweet bonus content, patreon.com/PTEBB is your home for all the bonus content for both the PubTriviaExperience and Boozy Bracketology. If you can't help financially, 100%, I get it. We've literally all been there. Leave us a 5-star rating, write us a review, or hey, come hang out with us over on the lounge. Fans of the PubTriviaExperience and Boozy Bracketology over on Facebook. And we would love to get to know you and talk to you a little bit. We interact with everybody on there. It's a good time. I think Mario just posted on there not even a bracket. It was a posting of what ice cream did you get from the ice cream truck when you were a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't see a Choco Taco on there. And I was like, what the hell, Mario? But he didn't make it. It's fine.
I didn't recognize 3/4 of the things that were on there.
I went with the ice cream sandwich because the ice cream sandwich was a staple. You could always get it, and it was always going to be a little bit melted, but really good.
I was just sitting there going, there was a Mario ice cream, and I never had this wonderful.
Dude, Mario looks so damn sad. Dude, it's not even a happy Mario. It looks like Mario right after Peach gets taken from him. It's a me. There's our episode title. It's a me.
It's a me, a sad Mario. Where is the Princess Peach? She got taken by this crazy dragon thingy.
You can find us on Instagram at PubTriviaPod. No, sorry, Instagram is PubTriviaExperience. Twitter is at PubTriviaPod because, like us, they have character limitations there. But for the PubTriviaExperience, I have been Chris.
I have been Mike.
We will see you next time. Have a good one.